do here?
You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing and everyone's excited to be here.
She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way, every good player, every good team that is a super duper star. Most of the time have enforcer type players.
So there's a hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark says she got cheap shotted against the Sky. I mean, throughout the season, she's been getting beat up. Hard screens, elbows.
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Like, she needs an enforcer. And if it ain't going to be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakley? Doesn't her team have like a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs like a goon on her team, because when your star player that's bringing so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
Caitlin Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
I'm so grateful and blessed to have my time out in Phoenix. I met a lot of cool people. I had a lot of great teammates. I learned a lot, had a lot of great times, but just a new era for me, right? A new system, a new type of energy. And so, of course, I'm excited for it. I'm happy to be close to my family. I'm excited to have my teammates. So I'm started to even get close with now. And I think we're going to be lots of friends. And so, I don't know, it's a new vibe and I'm happy.
What if the biggest star in women's basketball was being targeted by her own league? Last season, Caitlin Clark stepped onto the WNBA stage as the most hyped rookie ever, only to face a gauntlet of cheap shots and relentless physicality. But that era just crashed to a halt. Enter Sophie Cunningham, a sharpshooting veteran with a Taekwondo black belt and a fiery attitude, ready to shield Clark and reshape the Indiana Fever's future. This isn't just about one player. It's about a team sending a message that's shaking the entire WNBA. Let's dive into how this all unfolded.
Just think that's what they were doing in the offseason. They were trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win, and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets, you know, you're just trying to be a sponge, you're trying to learn, you're trying to be good now, but at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best when it's preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, is so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time, and that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, is that everybody wants to learn, and so everyone's dialed in.
Caitlin Clark's rookie season was supposed to be a coronation. Drafted first overall by the Indiana Fever in 2024, she arrived with record-breaking college stats and a fan base that packed arenas. But the excitement quickly turned sour. A jaw-dropping stat tells the story. 17% of all flagrant fouls in the WNBA last season were called against Clark alone. One player, a rookie, absorbing nearly a fifth of the league's most dangerous fouls? That's not random. It's a pattern. Games became a highlight reel of hard screens, stray elbows, and body checks. One moment burned into fans' minds. Chicago Sky's Kennedy Carter slamming her shoulder into Clark during a fast break, sending her sprawling. The clip exploded online, with fans crying foul. Angel Reese, another Sky star, didn't hold back either, mixing physical play with trash talk to rattle the rookie. Clark, trying to lead a young Fever squad, was caught in a storm she didn't create. But why was this happening?
What's that kind of chemistry building process been like, especially off the court, since you guys are all now in market?
You know, I don't even want to sound like this, but it's been easy. It's been easy because you have really, really great people here that want to be a part of something special. And so they're not only phenomenal athletes, but they're phenomenal people. They're out in the community. They do what's right. I don't know, we're just good stewards. And so when you're around those types of people, it's refreshing. And when I say this, I'm truly happy to be here because it hasn't been like this for my career in a really long time.
Theories swirled about why Clark became the league's punching bag. Some pointed to jealousy. Her fame, fueled by college stardom and massive endorsement deals, cast a shadow over veterans who'd toiled for years in obscurity. Others saw it as competitive strategy. Rattle the rookie, disrupt her game. Whatever the reason, the physicality crossed lines. Hard screens morphed into punishing blows, and excessive contact felt personal. Worse, referees often looked the other way. Plays that would have drawn whistles for established stars went uncalled for Clark, leaving her to navigate a minefield. Social media lit up with frustration, with one ex-post summing it up. "They're treating women's basketball like a junior high locker room." Clark, to her credit, stayed composed. Never once did she blast refs or rivals in interviews. She played through the hits, her focus unshaken, but the toll showed in her body language, bruised, battered, but still fighting. The Fever's front office watched closely, and they weren't about to let this continue.
I do think that everyone knows that we have something special here. I think a lot of teams have a lot of teams that are special, a lot of rosters that are special, but can you put it together? Can you put aside your agendas? Can you come into work every single day when you're tired, when you're sore, and still get something done and stack the days? And that's what we're doing. Today was tough. You know what I mean? Like, we've been going for a long time. They haven't been, this is not an easy training camp, I'll tell you that, but I think we're going to be better for it. And I think if you ask anyone, everyone kind of just feels that nice energy.
Indiana's response was a masterclass in team building. They didn't just want to win games, they wanted to protect their cornerstone. The offseason became a whirlwind of moves, transforming the Fever into a fortress around Clark. They hired Stephanie White as head coach, a strategist with playoff experience. They added veterans with championship pedigrees: Natasha Howard, a 3-time WNBA champion, DeWanna Bonner, the league's most experienced playoff performer, and Sydney Colson, a 2-time title winner. But the boldest move was trading for Sophie Cunningham, a 6-year veteran from the Phoenix Mercury. Acquired in a 4-team deal in February 2025, Cunningham wasn't just a shooter, she was a statement. The Fever were done watching Clark take punishment. They needed someone to draw a line, and Cunningham was the perfect choice. But who is this player stepping into the spotlight?
So I'm on year 7, and I did not believe people when they're like, "Hey, when you get old, you're gonna know." Boy, I think I'm starting to get old, and I hate saying that. But no, it's just we play fast, right? We're gonna be quick. We're a run and gun. We're a shooting team. But with that, you got to get your cardio up. With that, you have to play fast but play smart. And so there's a fine line between that, and we're all trying to get that. There's a lot of people here, a lot of different rotations. A lot of people that you haven't played with before, so you have to know where they want the ball, when they want it, their rhythm, their style of play. And so a lot of people are learning, but it's fun, right? Everyone's excited to be here. Everyone's working hard. We've had 3 really, really good days.
Sophie Cunningham isn't your average WNBA guard. At 6'1", she's a sharpshooter with a career 37.8% from 3, but her game goes beyond stats. A Missouri native, she's got a Taekwondo black belt and a reputation for never backing down. Drafted by the Mercury in 2019, she learned from legends like Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, soaking up lessons on handling pressure and commanding respect. Her style? Fierce, sassy, and unapologetic. She's been called feisty so often it's practically her middle name. In Phoenix, she built a cult following for her pregame fashion and on-court intensity, once earning a flagrant foul for a hard hit on an opponent. That edge made her a fan favorite, but it also made her the ideal enforcer for Clark. When she landed in Indiana, she brought a mentality the Fever desperately needed, and she wasted no time making her intentions clear.
Anytime you play with the GOAT of our team, or the GOAT of our game, you're going to learn a lot. You know, you have to be ready for the ball, head on a swivel at all times. And the way that she throws the ball is a lot how DT threw it. I think this is just the younger version of her, so she has a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk. I miss DT in her prime, but doesn't mean she wasn't great when I played with her. But honestly, at the end of the day, everybody can shoot, right? If you're cutting and you're open, you're going to get the ball. And so you just have to be ready for that. And I'm excited for that. And I think you'll see 1 through 5 is interchangeable.
At her first Fever training camp, Cunningham grabbed the microphone and dropped a bombshell. "I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players," she said. "That stops now." The room went quiet. In a league where players often stick to safe sound bites, her words hit like a thunderclap. She wasn't just talking about Clark. She was setting a tone for the entire team. Cunningham knew what Clark endured last season, and she wasn't having it. "That's not basketball," she told reporters later, her voice firm. "That's not happening on my watch." Her promise wasn't just talk. She'd played with Taurasi, one of the game's greatest, and understood the weight of protecting a superstar. For Clark, who'd faced a league full of antagonists, this was a game changer. But could Cunningham back it up?
We have entered Indiana Fever training camp day 3, and Sophie Cunningham is killing it.
That was the best one all day, Marty! Woo! Yes!
The answer came in the Fever's preseason opener against the Washington Mystics on May 3rd, 2025. Cunningham didn't just play, she dominated. Dropping 21 points, including clutch threes, she powered Indiana to a 79-74 overtime win. But it was her physicality that stole the show. In the second quarter, Mystics rookie Kiki Iriafen body slammed her to the floor while chasing a loose ball. Cunningham popped up unfazed. Later, Brittany Sykes knocked her down again, but Dewana Bonner stepped in, squaring up to defend her teammate. The message was clear: mess with one Fever player, you deal with the whole squad. Fans on X went wild, one writing, "Everyone wants a piece of Showtime Fever." Cunningham, grinning post-game, admitted she needed to hit the weight room but praised Bonner's backup. This was the enforcer Clark needed, and she was already changing the game. But there's more to this partnership than on-court grit.
She sees the Indiana Fever putting Sophie back in that 3 position, so she sees her having like more of a breakout season than she'd had at the Mercury, having to play a position that wasn't exactly natural to her. But watching the footage, it's kind of crazy because I see Sophie Cunningham now as being able to play the 1, the 2, the 3, and, you know, with her experience over at Mercury, the 4. Sophie Cunningham at the 1 as the point guard, you're crazy, you say, but no.
Off the court, Clark and Cunningham are building a bond that's electrifying fans. Their Instagram banter has gone viral, like when Clark commented on Cunningham's Media Day photo shoot with teammate Lexi Hull, saying, "Little less tanning, a little more b-ball, ladies." The jab, liked nearly 7,000 times, showed Clark's playful side, and Cunningham fired back with her own teasing post about Clark's Media Day look. This chemistry isn't just for laughs. It's creating a culture where players have each other's backs. Cunningham told Fox News Digital she wants a team where we know and love each other off the court, because that translates to on-court trust. During practice, you'll see them huddling, swapping strategies, and laughing like old friends. For Clark, who faced isolation as a rookie, this support is everything. And it's not just about her. It's about a team ready to dominate.
I could see Sophie just coming in for a few minutes a game and, you know, giving Caitlin Clark a rest or anybody else a rest, starting at the 1, migrating over to the 2, whatever. She seems to be able to do it, and she isn't looking bad while doing it. She's confident. She's hitting her targets cross court, and there is more footage showing her spotting up so she can still go over to the 2, to the 3, to the 4 even, spot up at the wing and knock down a 3.
The Fever's ambitions go beyond protection. They're chasing a championship. With Howard's defensive prowess, Bonner's veteran savvy, and Colson's clutch experience, this roster is stacked. Add in young stars like Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell, and Indiana's a problem for any opponent. Cunningham's versatility, she can play point guard to power forward, gives Coach White endless lineup options. In practice, she's directing traffic, calling out screens, and keeping Clark safe from blindside hits. This lets Clark focus on what she does best, dropping dimes and breaking records. The Fever's offense is already clicking, with crisp ball movement and a contagious energy. Opponents face an impossible choice: double Clark and Cunningham or Howard burn you, play honest, and Clark dismantles you. As one ex-post put it, the Fever aren't building for the future, they're coming for everything now. Not everyone's on board, though. Cunningham's arrival hasn't been without drama. On Reddit, some fans questioned her fit, pointing to her outspoken political views, described as MAGA by critics. They worried about locker room tension, especially in a league known for progressive values. But Cunningham's kept her focus on basketball, saying she's here to win, not stir debates. Clark, too, has faced her share of critics. Some veterans reportedly resent the attention she's brought to the WNBA. Cunningham's pushed back, comparing Clark's impact to Michael Jordan's and urging the league to embrace her. "If you're not seeing what she's done for women's basketball, I don't know what you're thinking," she told the Daily Mail. Both players are navigating noise, from political speculation to fame-fueled rivalries, but their chemistry suggests they're stronger together. And the WNBA is watching closely. As the 2025 season looms, the Indiana Fever are unrecognizable from the team that stumbled through Clark's rookie year. They're not just a playoff hopeful, they're a contender, built to protect their star and demand respect. Sophie Cunningham's more than an enforcer. She's a symbol of a franchise refusing to let talent be dimmed. Her promise to stop cheap shots isn't just about Clark. It's about reshaping the WNBA's competitive landscape. With a $78 million training facility opening in 2027 and a roster dripping with experience, Indiana's laying the foundation for a dynasty. Will Clark and Cunningham lead the Fever to a title? That's the question buzzing from Indianapolis to every corner of the league. One thing's certain, the days of targeting Caitlin Clark without consequences are over. If this story's got you hyped, drop CC and Sophie in the comments. Like, subscribe, and let's see where this Fever revolution takes us.